Well, Dragon Folk, Phyrexia All Will Be One is soon upon us, but with all the different variants, you gotta find out which one that you like the best. Let's go over all the different variants that are coming in Phyrexia All Will Be One, and where you can find each one individually. Welcome on in, Dragon Folk. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. Welcome on into the lair. Today we're going to be talking about collecting all of the insane amount of variants that are located in Phyrexia All Will Be One. Now, we've just finished spoiler season, and I know this article obviously is very much so older than the date this is coming out on, but I wanted to go over everything. I do this for just about every set. I don't think I did it for Dominaria Remastered, but I do this for just about every set because I want everybody to be aware of where to find certain cards, what cards will come in what sets, what's the percentage. We're going to find out if there's chase cards in this set, and so on and so forth. So we're not going to go over every single detail here. I mainly wanted to tie into a couple of things. But first, we're going to look into the collector boosters for Phyrexia All Will Be One. Now, this is obviously a premium product for this. Phyrexia All Will Be One is not a premium product. It is a standard expansion. But the collector boosters are usually for collectors specifically. I think they go for about $220 or something online right now, which is a lot compared to a set box or a draft box or even just a bundle if you wanted to get a small little bundle. But the collector boosters, while they look super cool, right, there's a ton of stuff you can get in them. This is where you're going to find a lot of the variants, right? So here's some of the card images you can get on the one collector boosters. You can get panorama full art lands, Phyrexianized full art lands, borderless Ichor cards, a borderless land from the land cycle, Phyrexian, or not Phyrexian Obliterator specifically, but borderless Ichor cards. So they have them here twice. I don't know why they'd have them here twice. This seems like something that's weird on their end. The borderless manga cards, and I believe and then the Step and Complete foil Phyrexian language. So there's Step and Complete foil Phyrexian as well, which is kind of, it's a little weird to me. There's going to be a lot of different variants. So we're going to go over this. This is already probably going to be triggering for a lot of people because this is something that, while I think it's cool to open product and get a bunch of cool looking cards, I don't believe that too much of a good thing is a good thing. I believe that there comes a point in which there needs to be a balance. And with everything being super, super crazy in the collector booster product, how many of the cards are we actually going to be getting, right? A lot of people do open collector booster products, obviously, to collect the cards, but the cards need to also be good. And so when we talk about the fact that, like, for instance, this is what comes in a, Phyrexia All Will Be One collector booster pack. You look at something like the Step and Complete foil, a common, uncommon, rare, or mythic. Now, I don't know how great these Step and Complete foils are going to be, and with one being in every single pack for a collector product, I imagine the commons and uncommons are probably going to be going for next to nothing, because I'm sure that's what you're going to pull more of is the commons and uncommons, but we'll go over the percentages later in the video when we look over them. So obviously we'll read through them here. You can take a look at, this is the stuff that comes in the set. There are 4 traditional commons in foil. So just 4 out of the 101 commons from 1. 2 traditional foil uncommons. So 6 cards that you would consider to just be kind of shiny versions of something else. A traditional foil basic land. Each of the 5 panorama full art basic lands and the Phyrexian full art basic lands show up at an equal rate to one another. So this is where you're going to get those special looking lands. Obviously, I mean, I'm pretty excited about the Phyrexian lands, but the panorama lands are pretty cool too, right? It's a nice little art piece. You also have 1 traditional foil rare or mythic, right? That is just general in most things. 60 rares, 86% of boosters will have a traditional foil rare, and 14% of boosters from the one draft will appear in Mythic Rare. So Obviously, 14% for a mythic, that's still pretty good. An extended art rare. Extended arts are also something that has been exclusive to finding only really in the collector product. So you do have that. And here they're showing what this is. This is the Green Sun's Twilight from the main set. This is the Green Sun's Twilight that you can get in extended art from the collector booster boxes. And this is the Green Sun's Twilight you can get from the Buy a Box promo from your LGS. So the only way you're getting a buy box promo is if you go to your LGS on pre-release and purchase a box, right? Whether or not that be a collector box, a draft box, a set box, whatever it might be, you should be getting this extended art, alternate art, Green Sun's Twilight here too. So pretty cool stuff there. There's also one extended art rare or mythic rare from the one commander decks, or an extended art card from one Jumpstart. Now, the Jumpstart product that comes out with this does have 5 exclusive cards to it, but I shouldn't really say exclusive, because obviously you can find them here, and I'm pretty sure you can find them in the set boosters as well. So it's not specific to Jumpstart, but this will essentially allow you to find any of the commander deck cards in extended art, which is kind of cool. So if any of the cards that were printed in the commander deck precons for this set will get an extended art version of itself, or you get an extended art version of one of the cards that are from the Jumpstart stuff. So 92% rare, 5 mythic rare, so 8% of a mythic rare pull. Not this slot kind of sucks half the time, but I gotta say, these commander cards, these commander deck cards, anytime, we'll talk about the commander cards in a different thing, but anytime a commander card specifically states that it does something when you have a commander, it tends to do pretty well. If you look at the 2020 Ikoria precon decks, those are, a lot of that stuff is going for a lot of money. So it might be something to pick up. Common or uncommon with the Ichor treatment. So just commons and uncommons in a new art. So commons and uncommons come in this Ichor, which is, again, just more chaff if I'm being honest. Foil common or uncommon with Ichor. So again, more uncommons and commons. A step and complete foil, which can come in any rarity. A 38% common rare, 29% uncommon rare, 22% rare, and a 11% mythic. So not terrible, right? 11% mythic pull rate in the complete step and complete foil is not bad. I gotta say though, because there's like several different ways, right? Because there should be a Phyrexianized step and complete, but also the Ichor stuff gets step and complete. So it's curious to see what exactly it's going to be. But it is interesting that there are 28 mythic rares, more mythic rares in step and complete than there are commons and uncommons, and the rate to find them is less. So that's just an interesting thing, I guess. One booster fun rare or mythic rare. This is obviously just kind of the wild card slot is what they call it, right? There are tons of possible goodies in this slot. Here is the list of sweet cards you'll possibly get, all in non-foil. This is a non-foil slot. 5 rare borderless fast lands, 16 rare borderless Ichor cards, 10 rare borderless manga cards, including 5 Mirren Heroes and 5 Planeswalkers, 10 mythic rare borderless Ichor cards at 13%, 5 mythic rare borderless manga Planeswalkers at 3%, 5 mythic rare Phyrexian language Planeswalkers at 3%, and 5 mythic rare borderless concept Praetors less than 2%. So the concept Praetors have a less than 2% chance to be pulled, which is kind of cool because I did just watch one of the Oz MTG openings for the collector box, and they pulled 2 of those. Now, of course, the only problem with that is that these are all reprint cards in this in that little part there. The 5 mythic rare borderless concept Praetors, they're all reprints, right? It's the new Elish Norn, the Shieldred from Dominaria United, the Jin-Gitaxias from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, the Urabrask from Streets of New Capenna, and Vorinclex from Kaldheim. So they just got new art in here. So while they're chase, sure, right, it'd be cool to collect all 5. I don't think these also come in step and complete, mind you. but they probably won't be in here. So again, it's going to be real. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of different rarities to find. In addition to showing up as one of the 5 Praetors, the mythic rare Elish Norn Mother of Machines shows up in this slot in the Borderless Ichor treatment, Borderless manga illustrated by Junji Ito, and Phyrexian language, each less than 1% of the time. So this could also be Elish Norn in special versions. It looks like, because they made it very specific here, that the Phyrexian language and the Borderless Ichor and the Borderless manga illustrated are all going to be the rare ones, less than 1% of the time. So the Borderless manga Junji Ito one, of course, right, because they got it, the licensing on that alone is probably enough to do that. That's how hard it's going to find it in there. And then a foil booster fun. Again, all these same cards from above. And then these are all the Elish Norns. This is the Elish Norn that you can only get at a less than 1% rate, as well as this one here, the Phyrexian language, and this Borderless Ichor one, too. So the foil, I imagine, is going to be harder to find than the non-foil. But, of course, right, they're pumping out like 8 different versions of Elish Norn in this one, so I guess we'll see about that. Of course, this goes over all of the different variants of cards. We do have the Phyrexian Obliterators, and this is all the Borderless Ichor stuff. I love the art style, but I'm not too... I don't know. I'm not, like, hyped about it. I think it's a cool concept. You're probably not going to see these printed this way again, but I do think they're cool. Then, of course, right, Phyrexian language Planeswalkers for the ones that got Phyrexian... the ones that got completed, I should say. I imagine those are the only ones that are going to be getting a Phyrexian version, which is Jace, Vraska, Nahiri, Nissa, and Luca are the only 5 that got completed in this set. These are those Borderless Concept Praetors. These are the less than 2% that you're going to find in these collector boosters. Now, they do talk about each one's where you can find all these. I guess I will kind of go over this here. The Ichor and Borderless cards, you'll be able to find these Ichor cards in set draft and collector boosters, as well as select cards in the collector booster sample packs that come with the commander decks. Phyrexian language cards can be found in the set draft and collector boosters. It looks like, yeah, it's going to be the 5 Planeswalkers and then also Elish Norn. So you can find those in every booster pack, not just collectors. The Borderless Concept Praetors are also going to be available in set, draft, and collector boosters. Obviously, collector boosters are probably going to give you a better chance of pulling them, but at a 2% rate, right, you know, you'd just be happy to find them if you find them anywhere. So that'll be kind of neat. But these are neat. These are cool, right? Children of the Apocalypse is a $60 card right now. This version's probably going to go for that much, maybe even a little bit more, depending. So we'll see how that works out. The Borderless manga cards, these are probably one of my favorite things. I really, really hope to get a decent amount of these. These are all what-ifs. Obviously, only 5 Planeswalkers were transformed into Phyrexian. And then a bunch of other cards were given a concept as to what if they were completed. And so we have a lot of this manga art, essentially, for these heroes here. I believe you can find all of these in everything. Let's see. Yeah. Well, it doesn't actually say. Borderless manga. Yeah, Junji Ito, Elish Norn. In addition to these 15 cards, we had the opportunity to pair the ultimate manga horror artist, Junji Ito, with the star of Phyrexia, all be one Elish Norn. Together, they created this phenomenal magic card. All of the Borderless manga cards can be opened in set, draft, and collector boosters. Additionally, there are select Borderless manga cards available in the collector boosters. The Step and Complete foils, which is the new foiling type that they're trying out here in Phyrexia All Be One. Not sure whether or not this is going to be something that's going to be awesome. I feel like every time they try a new foiling system, they're kind of doing it to have everybody ignore the fact that their foiling is garbage everywhere else. So, but from what I've seen, these almost look like laminated cards. I believe if we do this here, they've got that little shine on them, but like they almost look laminated when you're looking at them. Now, the Step and Complete can only be found in collector boosters, and you get 1 Step and Complete foil for each collector booster. So theoretically, the step and completes are not going to be terribly hard to find because you are guaranteed one of them in every single collector booster, so there's no real chase there. These are buy single fodder all day. So I would not go chasing these, even though you can get one in every pack. If you happen to be buying them, right? If you happen to be buying collector booster product, you can just buy, you can get what you want out of a couple boxes and then buy the rest if you want to complete the set. Complete the set, right? I'm going to use that later in a video. So then we have the extended art. Obviously, the extended art's only available in the Commander product, or not the Commander product, the Collector product. So Collector boosters are the only place you're going to find extended art cards. That has been the case for like ever. The extended art cards are not super great. They're just like, it's just the art, right? It was this little box. Now it's this little box. So Bordeaux's dual lands, you're going to be able to find these, I believe, everywhere. These are fast lands, as they would call them. And you're going to be able to find these in just about everything. It's very cool to see these fast lands, right? Set draft and collector boosters. This is something I always enjoy. I see that they're doing this in just about every set, as they're taking a land cycle and giving it a better version of itself. And we all know how important land is in Magic, so this is for sure something to pick up. If you're going to pick up anything from the set, picking up a playset of all of these are going to do you pretty well. And it will make your deck look very, very pretty. And now let's talk about this, right? The All Will Be One Complete Edition. This one actually comes out in like a month later after Phyrexia All Will Be One drops. But they are going to have a couple things in there that are very much so it's almost its own collector's product in a way. Because we talk about exclusivity and how certain cards can only really be found in one thing, right? Extended art product can only be found in collector boosters. You can only find the step and complete foils in the collector boosters. Well, this, in the complete bundle, complete edition, you're going to be able to find some other stuff too. The oil slick raised foils and the other Phyrexian language card, which will be a complete edition of the Phyrexian Arena. So that's kind of neat. This is a card that's just in the main set, but now it's Phyrexianized, so it's neat. And then we get to these oil slick raised foils, right? Again, another thing that, if you want my hot take on this, I think these are they make them look really good. You know what? How do I best say this? Right? These look great. Okay, but you ever look at a burger from a fast food restaurant advertisement or like a commercial, and how that burger looks incredibly good, and like it's just like the best looking burger you've ever seen a day in your life, and then you go there to go purchase said burger, and it's like malformed and like nowhere near as pretty of a burger. And you're just kind of go, well, this isn't appetizing as the one that I saw in the commercial, but whatever. Like, I already bought it. I feel like this is kind of the case for these. I like that, again, they're trying new foiling types. There's more alternate art for everything in here. And it is, of course, again, something to look at. Like, these are just basic lands, right? Everybody's got basic lands already. And there's already 2 to possibly 3 other basic land arts in this main set alone. But for some reason, we're getting more basic lands in this complete bundle. And then we also are getting an option to look at this stuff here. I believe there's supposed to be 2 oil slick cards per pack. Everyone will come with a pack. I guess we can just read this. Along with the amazing treatments above, we wanted to come up with one final way to celebrate the glory of Phyrexia. Along with the lots of goodies and sleek box, each bundle complete edition comes with 12 Phyrexia All Will Be One set boosters and 1 complete edition booster. Inside the complete edition booster, you'll get 10 oil slicked raised foil basic lands, 2 of each basic land. So you're at least guaranteed 2 of each of these in every bundle. And 2 Phyrexia All Will Be One mythic rares in this same oil slick treatment. So there are 20 mythic rares that are in the set that got a oil slick treatment. So honestly, this is pretty collectible considering you got to open a pack and there's only a few. Like, that just makes me think that these are going to be really, really cheap. But these may be a little bit more depending on how hard it is to find. But they're all mythic rare, and I would imagine they're all of the same percentage to pull. So you're probably not looking at a very difficult time to get any of these either, especially since you're guaranteed them in these complete edition, packs. So let's tie it all up here, right? We're not even out of the collector booster stuff yet, right? But we've kind of gone over every single one of the products and where to find them. And this is a great way to show off how we can find everything, right? You can find Phyrexian land or Panorama Full Art lands in every single product. Ichor Showcase cards in every single product. Borderless cards in every single product. Phyrexian language cards in every single product. The extended art cards can only be found in collector boosters. Traditional foil cards can be found in every product. Step and complete foil cards can only be found in collector boosters. And the oil slick raised foil cards can only be found in the complete bundle. So that is how you're going to be able to find each one of these variants that you can enjoy very well. Now, of course, the set boosters have a fun thing too. This kind of stays the course for what these boosters are essentially. But the only difference is that they've got the different, variants in here. And I believe what they're adding in, these are these panorama lands. These Phyrexian lands can also be found in there too. The draft boosters, again, right, you're getting like 10 commons, 3 uncommons, and a rare mythic. You do get 1 panorama or Phyrexianized basic land, so that's kind of neat if you want to open a draft booster. Odds are you're probably going to get maybe more panorama than Phyrexianized, but who knows, right? And then you get an ad card. So pre-release packs, again, same concept as any pre-release pack. You're going to get draft packs. You're going to open them. You're going to get promo cards out of here, so that's a big deal. And then this is the bundle promo for the bundle for Phyrexia All Will Be One. Not the complete edition, but just the bundle. You get Caramonix, the Rat King, in this art, as well as you get all of these really not super special looking lands. So you have the bundle lands, the 2 main set lands, and the oil slick lands from the complete edition, all basic lands that I'm sure, unless you are brand new to the game, you have thousands of. So just more stuff for them to throw at you, I guess. Of course, the commander decks are coming out. These are going to be, honestly, I like both of these. I did a little bit of research into both of these. I like the toxic concept of the Scion of Atraxa, and I love Boros, right? That's just me. So this is really cool. I'm curious to see what that happens. Obviously, each one comes with a collector booster sample pack. So that's like 2 cards from that you would be able to find in like a collector booster product. Jumpstart stuff, I'm not gonna kid you guys. Don't buy this, okay? If you are a parent and your child or something is trying to get into Magic, and they're like, "Oh, what is this thing? Like, can we get this?" Like, sure, whatever, right? But if you're playing Magic, if you're like a Magic enthusiast, or like you really want to kind of get started getting into Magic, don't purchase this product. You don't need to do anything with this product. It's not great. Of course, these are the 5 cards that would come in the Jumpstart, but they are not specifically for Jumpstart. You can find them in set boosters and also collector boosters as well. And then, oh my god, I don't even know what this thing is, I guess. But yeah, that's it. That's it. This is just a picture. I don't know. I thought this was like some kind of I thought this was some kind of other thing. But anywho, that's it for what we're looking at here as far as like what the different variants are, what you're looking at. All this stuff, obviously, there's a lot here. Like the fact that I have to scroll this far for every for looking for every single one. it's a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish, 8-ish, if you're counting the lands, right? 8 different variants of things. There's going to be a lot. All right. There's going to be a lot. So just make sure that, you know, if you only want to pick up a certain variant of cards, right? Maybe you only want to buy the Step and Complete foils. Maybe you only want to buy the Icar cards. Maybe you only want to buy the manga cards. Personally, I think if there's anything I'm getting out of here, it's the manga cards. I think those look the coolest. But I think everything else is just like another gimmicky thing. It's going to be interesting to see how many of these variants, or more specifically, how many of these cards actually hold value with there being so many different variants of them. Obviously, I'm sure the harder to find rarities are going to be more sought after, right? And maybe harder to pull. But I think overall, the set itself has a power level to it, like quite a powerful level in as far as a power creep thing is concerned. But I'm curious on what it's going to do to the market. So we're going to keep an eye out for it. So make sure to stay tuned for it. We're going to do a master set for this. I'm not going to attempt to collect it just yet. I don't have that kind of money. But I will want to look into it to see what it looks like day one. And then after day one, we'll do an update for it 30 days later and see how much of that has shifted into the meta. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do really appreciate your support. I'm, as you can tell, it's like I'm not super excited for all of it. I think the art and the lore and the game mechanics of Phyrexia All We One are amazing. I think it's like such a banger set in regards to that. But I'm not crazy excited for variants. You know, getting some cool stuff here and there, right, every now and again isn't bad. But when there's like 8 different things, it's hard. Like, I've been wanting to buy basic lands from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, those Ukiyo lands, for the longest time. And just every new set, they come out with something else that I'm just like, oh man, I'd like to get those lands too. But like, I'm not just going to go buy basic lands. Like, I'm just not going to do that. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Phyrexia All We One coverage. I know I have not done too much of that here on the channel, but I do hope to go over some stuff here in regards to some of the cards you maybe want to look out for when the set drops and if you're opening product. So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate your support. Let me know in the comments what variant you like out of Phyrexia All We One. And while you're down there, make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel as well if you have not already. We do also have a Patreon link in the description down below, so if you wish to support the channel in a more monetary sense, that is amazing, and I'd love you forever, but it's absolutely not necessary. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, I do truly appreciate it, and I will see you all very soon. Nerd out.